Hi, welcome to Yoga in My Garage with me, Patty. Today's practice will be a yoga bite, so it will be short. And if you have blocks, you can grab your blocks. If you'd like a blanket underneath your head for when we lie down, you can take that. And we'll get started. It'll be fairly simple, I'm going to say. So start on your back. You could use it as an interlude in your day, a start to your day, maybe an end to your day. Come down onto your back and start with your knees bent and your feet on the floor. You could walk your feet wider than your hips and let the knees rest against each other. You could walk your feet a little towards what I'll call the top of your mat, so you're not with the knees bent so much, but find a leg position that allows your legs to kind of release. And let's bring the hands to the belly. So again, if it's helpful to have a blanket underneath your head, have that. Come, bring your hands to your belly, let the eyes close or soften your gaze. Just take a moment to be on your back, in your space, and maybe with your hands on your belly you feel your breath. You might not feel your breath, and that is fine. Just be here, pausing. Start to bring your attention inwards by noticing how your body feels on your mat. Maybe you notice you're holding in your shoulders, or you're tightening your fingers, or there's tension in your face. And then letting go of the observation of your body, start to become curious about your breath. Does it move through your mouth? Does it move through your mouth and your nose? Does it move just through your nose? Staying with the breath, kind of notice if your breath is fast. Is it slow? Again, just sense of curiosity. And we'll stay with the breath. Take your next inhale in through the nose. And exhale out through your mouth. Take one more of those, inhaling in through the nose. Exhale out through your mouth. And then let your lips touch and breathe in and breathe out through the nose. And notice on the exhale, can you feel your belly move towards your spine? Maybe as you exhale, you can feel some release or ease in your face. It could be across your forehead, between your eyebrows. Maybe as you exhale, you can feel the fronts of your shoulders release towards the floor. And then start to match your inhale to your exhale. If at any point breathing just through your nose causes you to feel claustrophobic or sense of panic, really let go of that. Just breathe. I'm going to breathe any way that allows your breath to feel kind of natural, moving in and moving out through your body. And then we just find that pattern of the breath moving in, moving out through your body. And as you take your next inhale, reach your arms overhead. And then take your left index finger and thumb, reach it around, maybe your right wrist, maybe more to the right forearm, and reach long with your right arm. So use your left hand to reach your right arm really long. And then releasing that switch, reach your right index finger and thumb around your left forearm and reach long on the left side. And then release that. You can drop your arms down by your side. If your knees are together, we're going to bring the knees apart and walk your feet wider than your hips. And on the exhale, drop the knees to the right. You could turn your head to the left. Inhale, bring your knees up. Exhale, drop the knees to the right. You could turn your head to the left. Inhale, bring your knees up. One more time, knees to the left, head turns to the right. Inhaling up, and then knees to the right, head to the left. And inhaling up. Walk your feet in so they are roughly hips distance. Your heels are a little closer to your hips. Cross your right ankle on top of your left knee, and then use your right hand to encourage your right thigh away from you and flex your right foot so you pull the toes back towards your shin. And then staying in this figure 4 position, drop over to the left so your right foot finds the floor. Use your left hand to press your right thigh away and reach your right arm alongside your ear. So as you're in the pose, check in with the breath. You want to keep the breath maybe moving in and out through the nose. Can you keep your breath steady? And then exhale, roll onto your back, uncross, drop the feet flat to the floor, hips distanced. Cross your left ankle on top of the right knee. Use your left hand to encourage your left thigh away from you. And then drop over to the right so your left foot finds the floor. And use your right hand to encourage the left thigh away. Reach your left arm up alongside your ear. And then exhale, roll onto your back. Uncross, drop the feet flat to the floor, roughly hips distance. Have your heels kind of closer to your hips, arms down. And then let your toes spread, press your feet down, inhale, your hips up. And exhale, lower down. Press the feet, inhale, lift your hips. Exhale, lower down. And then one more time, press the feet, inhale, lift your hips up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. And then exhale, straighten your legs on the floor, flex your feet. Feel the thighs press down. Take a breath in right here. And then exhale, bring your arms down, bend your knees, your feet flat to the floor. You could roll to your right side, to your left side, use your hands, press yourself up, and we'll come onto all fours. So come onto your hands and knees, walk your wrists in front of your shoulders, and leave your blocks top of your mat. Bring your hands wider than shoulder distance. Tuck the toes under. Press up into a downward facing dog. And I have my feet wide. You don't have to bring your feet wide. Gaze back between your toes so you can kind of allow your head to hang. And you could shift your weight side to side, like right side, left side. You could pedal your feet, bend your left knee, let the right heel drop. Bend your right heel, let your left heel drop. And then kind of pause. Let both heels release towards the floor. And then if your feet are not wider than your hips, step your feet wider than your hips. We're going to walk the hands back towards the feet. Let your knees bend and hang over. And then roll yourself up through your spine. And then bring your feet hips distance Bring your gaze on the horizon. And then inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, let your knees bend. Come into chair pose. And then fold over your legs. You could bring your hands to your shins. Maybe your hands reach the floor. As you breathe in, lift your chest. And then as you exhale, let the knees bend. Bring your hands to the floor, and we're walking forward into a downward facing dog. Pause in downward dog. You could pedal your feet. You could take a bend in your knees. Press strong through your hands. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, come down to your hands and knees. And step your right foot forward. Here's where you'll use your blocks. Bring your hands to your blocks. Take a deepish bend in your front right knee. And then bring your hands to your right thigh. And then bring your hands behind you. Hook your thumbs or interlace your fingers. Try to draw your upper arms behind you. Try to release the back of your pelvis down. And then on an inhale, reach your arms up to the ceiling. Maybe look up. Exhale, bring your hands to your blocks. Tuck your back toes under. Straighten your back knee off the floor. So you're in a high lunge. And then we'll turn to the right. Bring your right hand to your hip. Pause here. Keep the hand on the hip. You might reach your right arm up towards the ceiling. You might look up. And then exhale, drop the right hand down. Move your hands to the floor and step back into downward facing dog. Gaze back between your toes, between your knees. Take a breath in here. Take an exhale here. And then we're going to add in an inhale forward into a plank pose. Shoulders over the wrists, gazing forward. Exhale, shift yourself into a downward facing dog. And then walk your hands back towards your feet, letting your knees bend any amount that helps to walk your hands back towards your feet. And then we're rolling up through the spine. Coming up to stand. So you're at the back of your mat. Bring your gaze to the horizon. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, let the knees bend. So you come to chair pose, a little more weight in your heels. And then fold over your legs, hands on your shins or the floor. Inhale, lifts your chest. Exhale, let the knees bend so you can make sure your hands are on the floor and walk yourself forward into a down dog. Once you're here, do you want to pedal your feet? Do you want to shift your weight side to side? And then on an exhale, we'll lower down to the hands and knees. Step your left foot forward. Bring your hands to your blocks. So pause here, and then bring your hands to your front left thigh. You might back a little out of the pose. And then bring your hands behind your back. Switch the hook of the thumbs, if you remember which thumb was hooked on top, or the lacing of your fingers. And then release. Inhale, reach your arms up. Maybe look up. Exhale, bring your hands to your blocks. Tuck the back toes under, so straighten your back knee off the floor. And then turn to the left. Bring your left hand to your left hip. Pause here. Stay here. Or you might reach your left arm up towards the ceiling. You might look up at the ceiling. Exhale, the top hand down. Move your hands to the floor as you work your way back into a downward facing dog. Breathing here, let the knees bend a little. And then on an inhale, come forward into plank. And I didn't say this last time. Plank could be legs straight. Plank can be knees down. On an exhale, shift back into down dog. Take another inhale, come forward into plank. Legs straight, knees down. You want to try to get your shoulders over your wrists. Exhale shifts you into a downward facing dog. And last one, inhale brings you forward into a plank pose. Legs straight or knees down. Exhale takes you to your belly. And then inhale lifts your chest into a cobra. Exhale, you can lower down towards the floor. And one more, inhale, lift up into a cobra. Maybe draw your upper arms towards your torso, reach long through the legs. Stay here. You might adjust your hands back a little, lift your chest higher. You might lift your chest, lift your thighs, upward dog. Exhale, lift your hips. Shift into downward facing dog. Gaze back. And then lower down to your hands and knees. It's a bite. Come onto your seat. Bring your feet forward. Now you might reach your arms forward and roll down onto your back. You might use your hands. Come down. Bring your heels close to your hips. Drop your arms down by your side. Spread the toes. Press the feet. And inhale up into a bridge pose. Let the arms release down. You could hold on to the sides of your mat. You could bend your elbows. Feel your feet, a little more weight in the heels to lift your hips up. Feel your chest lift towards your chin. And then exhale, lower down. Pause here. Cross your right ankle on top of your left knee. Stay here or thread your right arm through. Threading the needle, you could flex both feet. And then drop the left foot, uncross your right, and switch sides. Cross your left ankle on top of the right knee. You could stay here pressing your thigh forward. You could thread the needle. Flex one or both feet. Breathing here. And then exhale. Uncross. Pause here so you could come back to where you started. You could bring your feet wide, drop the knees towards each other. You could have your feet a little away. You could slide your legs straight. Maybe the hands are on the belly, the arms down by your side. Pausing. So maybe you can lengthen your exhale, release your body a little more into the floor. Maybe you count your exhale out. It might be a short rest. You might stay resting. And if you're not, you can just move your fingers, move your wrists, bring your knees towards your chest. You can roll your ankles, move your toes. And then you can roll to your right side. I'm going to roll to my left and use your top hand, press yourself up. You could take a block, sit on your block. Maybe you come to a cross-legged position. You can sit on your shins, hands on the thighs, maybe palms together. Just pausing at the end, scan through your body, notice how your body is. That sense of curiosity about your breath. And just glancing, see how your mind is. The end of practice, this little yoga bite with me, Patty, in my garage. Thank you for joining. A little short practice, a little interlude. And I'll see you next time for Yoga in My Garage. Thank you.